Hello, everybody. This is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and yes, I'm dressed for work. I'm supposed to have today off, but my coworker's grandfather's funeral was moved to today, so he wouldn't be able to close unless he wanted to miss the funeral. So they asked me if I could come in today, so yes, I'm having to come in and work. So no heavy lifting for me. Essentially, no lifting anything 10 pounds or over. So, yeah. Anyway, this is going to be my review for Ascendance of Bookworm Season 2, Episodes 4 to 6. I'm about to start editing Episodes 7 to 9, and then after that, which will probably be tomorrow, maybe, it'll be 10 to 12, and then we'll be waiting for Ascendance of Bookworm Season 3. Yay! I can't wait! I can't wait! It's gonna be so good. Anyway, yeah, mine just found out about what's going on with the orphanage and how bad it is, and she wants to obviously change things because she claims it's only because it's keeping her from having a clear mind while reading because she can't focus, because she's worrying about it. I think she does care about the kids, and she's just saying that as part of the reason, but I'm assuming that she does actually care. So she ends up talking to Benno about this idea about getting the orphanage kids to be part of Hermione's studio, and they would also get to work for their food. They would get extra food. They would get extra stuff for the paper. Benno thinks it's a good idea, but they have to do this by the book when it comes to getting anything like that taken care of. Like, because, noble policies and stuff. Frann takes care of it. He takes care of it, essentially, by bringing it by the head priest, setting appointments and everything. And at first, she had tried to bring this up to the head priest before talking to Benno, and it did not go well because the head priest shot her down on this, and she didn't realize that not only was one of the high priest's retainers in the room, but one of his supporters was in the room as well. So she needs to memorize the names and faces of those she needs to be wary of. She also needs to learn more, nobility etiquette, how to talk properly, how to essentially act like a noble, because that is what she is now. She's a blue-robed priestess now, so she is essentially a raised-up commoner as nobility, essentially. And thankfully, Delia helps them out now because she's going to keep this from the high priest as long as this gets fixed. She ends up talking with the head priest in a secret room that only people with a certain amount of mana can enter, so that means the retainers can't enter because they are essentially commoners. And thus have no mana. So only people like the head priest, mine, possibly the high priest, and maybe some of the nobility could enter that room, but for now, it's just the head priest and mine. So he ends up talking with her about, why she's wanting to do this, essentially telling her how things would go if she was to become the orphanage director, and she essentially picks up on that this guy is different from all the other blue-robed priestesses, because the others are all entitled jerks, essentially, who think that just because they are nobility that they are better than others, essentially. Oh, no, can't wait till someone can put the smackdown on them so much. Especially certain of them in particular. Those that are essentially rude to mine. But yeah, essentially he was not raised in the church like everybody else was. He came to the church, he was raised as nobility, and I guess at a certain age, he became part of the church. I don't know what age it was when he did, but this guy is definitely different. He actually cares about the state of the orphanage as well, but he can't voice it because obviously that's an unpopular opinion among the nobility, so he has to keep his feelings about that to himself and work in the shadows, essentially, to get things done. So they end up getting all the kids clean. They start getting them food. They end up taking them out to the forest to help forage for the stuff for paper. And they end up coming up on the Star Festival, which apparently you have to take town fruit and throw it at other people and essentially just have a good time. Brewer apprentices are not allowed to participate in it, so in order to give the kids a chance to do that, they go and have that happen outside on the other side of the cathedral while everybody else is taking care of things in the front of the cathedral. And turns out one of the town fruit they had grabbed was a tromba fruit. And as we all know, trombas are very dangerous, especially if they are allowed to take root. Because if they take root, all the mana in the area will be drained and essentially all the plant life will die. Thankfully, they were able to take care of it really easily, but when the next day happens, the head priest scolds her because apparently some tiles were uprooted, there was a mess or something like that, and I'm like, there was only one tile that was messed up, and Fran took care of that. So what does he mean by other tile? Did I miss something here? Anyway, so yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting show, and I hope that everybody enjoys it because, like I said, Season 3 is coming up and we are almost done with Season 2. Because we only have essentially 2 more videos to upload after this one. And then we'll be done with Season 2. So I hope you guys are excited, and I'll see you guys next time.